What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nerds of UVM. I am your host, David. I'm joined by my friend Luke.
What's up, everybody?
I'm joined by my friend Bob.
Hello.
And I'm joined by my friend Io.
Hi there.
For those of you who don't know what this show is, I lost my track. For those of you who don't know what this show is, it's a roundtable talk show where we talk about all things nerdy in the geek world. That can be comic books, movies, toys, video games, whatever it may be. We're going to just jump right into this week's episode because, boy, are we excited to talk about... What are we talking about?
Ant-Man and the Wasp, baby.
All right, Luke. So open it up. You want to sort of start this convo?
Yeah, let me start it. So I just watched the trailer 5 minutes ago.
Dude, you can't tell people.
And it was
so professional.
And it was super cool. No, like I really liked the first Ant-Man movie because
I didn't find it bad. I liked it.
Well, it was cool.
It's one of the stronger ones, I feel like.
Because it was after they had been kind of falling into this formula of like, oh, the superhero comes at the end of the day. But they took like this superhero movie, and turned it into also this heist film, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so I'm already a fan of Ant-Man, so I'm excited to see more, basically.
Okay. Everybody here has seen Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go see Ant-Man? Okay, I just want to make that sure. Sure. Okay. All right. So some things I was interested in what they were showing us. Love the Wasp suit.
Yeah, the Wasp.
I do.
I like the
really
black.
well
I like the blue and gold. Actually,
I do. I like how I think in the comic she was yellow.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yellow and black. Yeah.
So I think if like they kind of went back to what the yellow jacket suit was in the first one, it probably confused people.
Mhm.
You know.
Mm.
But I don't really mind changes as long as it looked like suits nowadays more than anything else. It's like people have like before it was like why aren't the original X-Men in spandex? It's like because it's not plausible.
Yeah.
It's like leather is more durable, it's blah 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 blah. And now people look at suits like how functional could it realistically be?
Also, those leather suits in X-Men are freaking ridiculous. So but that's from a different era. I like. What I like about the suits that somebody pointed out is that like the torsos are supposed to represent like the faces of the bugs that they sort of represent. So like if you look at it, like the Wasp's like abdomen and like breastplates, they all connect to form a wasp head.
They
And
do.
then Ant-Man's like his torso plates and his ab plates, they form like an ant's face.
See, I like that stuff.
Yeah. You gotta kind of look at the negative space in there to be able to sort of see it though.
Got it.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Very
So I like the Wasp. I like Evangeline Lilly. I thought she was awesome in the first one.
I like
her in every movie that I've seen her in, even if the characters and the stuff that they've done are not great. Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies speaks to me.
Have you ever seen the 4-hour version
Of the Hobbit and the Battle of Five Armies?
Yeah,
There's
it's
a 4-hour
well, it's
version.
literally like
What?
There's like a quick. There's like I wish they kind of kept it in. We're getting off topic, but there's like a little skirmish between the dwarves and the elves.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they kept in. But then a lot of it is like filler for like a lot of extra hacking and comedy and like the battle scene.
Really?
Yeah,
Which
the battle scene's just like
Drawn out.
Oh
Even the
my God.
edited version was drawn out. But anyways, I liked her. I like her. She's very physical, so she knows she can handle the role.
Yeah, she's a very active person. Like,
She's
I
very
see that
active.
on her social media and stuff like that.
Yeah,
she
like-
really like preaches it.
She's a very healthy person. I don't know. I just like it. The attitude she brings to it. You know, like not like she's better than Scott, but she's more trained than Scott. And like in the trailer we saw, she's like, you know, I can't remember exactly what she says, but you know, you wouldn't have gotten caught.
Yeah.
So she has that like Scott's kind of like a he thinks like a thief, but he also charges head on. But she's like thinking like in 5 different ways.
Mhm.
That's what I like about her.
Yeah, she's great. It's good to see Hank Pym is back.
Yes.
I thought Michael Douglas did a good job with that character the first time around.
Yeah.
And I like how they've sort of handled Hank Pym, because I actually like him a lot in the comics and like the animated series that I've seen him in.
He's like the original Ant-Man, right?
Yeah.
He is the original Ant-Man, yeah. So it's cool to see him back. Lawrence Fishburne was in the trailer. I don't know if anybody caught that. I don't know if you caught that. Yeah. Lawrence
for a
Fishburne.
quick-
For like a
Yeah.
quick
Quick
second.
glimpse.
He's supposed to, from what I understand, I don't know if he'll be the actual hero villain, but he's supposed to play a character named Goliath.
Oh.
Who's someone who's able to grow, like just grow.
Right.
Okay, so he can't shrink down.
No, not from what I know. No.
Okay.
And then there was another villain named Ghost in the movie.
Well, we don't know. I don't know if he's a villain.
Who?
If
Goliath or Ghost?
Ghost.
Ghost is a shooter.
Ghost is a villain.
Ghost is like the villain from what I hear.
Ooh, I hope they don't go into the old trope of more villains equal better movie.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they'll do that necessarily.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, Batman, Dark Knight Rises, too many villains.
Dark Knight Rises. What do you mean?
That movie was awesome.
No,
That movie
Dark
is
Knight.
great.
Dark Knight is with Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I know. Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, it was Bane.
Bane and
It was
his
horrible.
daughter
That was
and-
Bane. What do you mean? Bane was the one
that shit
villain.
was lit, man.
What are you talking about? This is weird.
Horrible.
Wait.
All right, we can
like.
fight this out after off camera, but that is, I mean, that's a fear over every sequel. To be honest, it's like, you know, every sequel they go after, it's like they have to make it bigger, not bigger and better in the sense of like how Civil War was or Winter Soldier. You know, even Age of Ultron fell into that trope of like, it was just, I thought it was just like, it didn't have the same like grasp as like the first Avengers did. They tried too hard with it. So that's just my, always a hesitation I have with sequels.
Yeah, I feel like Lawrence Fishburne would be a much more secondary.
I like him because he's very seasoned.
Yes.
He's very seasoned and I like him a lot.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to overshadow it to any degree. So I didn't even, all you saw was his face. You didn't see him in a costume, you didn't see him in using his powers or anything like that. It was Ghost that you really saw like when she like does the weird hand twitch thing.
It looks like that's a hijack. It's that person's part of a hijack scene too.
Yes, it is. I
It
think
looks
that
like a hijack
there are
scene.
set shots where like Ghost is like riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
and stuff
It looks
that,
like a
so.
chase less hijack sort of thing.
Yeah.
They haven't shown like a whole lot.
Yeah.
yet on that.
But something that I'm interested in seeing more about, because they didn't stress it at all in this trailer, was that like a main crux of the film is about Hank, Hope, and Scott shrinking down to go to the microverse to look for Janet Van Dyne.
She's still alive.
That's, you see, like, when Hank Pym, or not when Hank, when Scott is shrinking down into, like, the quantum realm or whatever,
Yeah.
like, you see, as he shrinks, there's, like, a shadow of the original Wasp in her suit and everything like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like,
I
it's
didn't see that.
for a short moment, but they do show you, it's like a shadow of her being in there.
They-
Like,
So,
I
like,
thought-
she's down there.
I thought she like shrunk out of existence or something.
That's
yeah,
the
but she's
theory.
like, that's what they thought, but she's, like, still down there, because they cast Michelle Pfeiffer to play the role. In the movie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about
So
that.
Michelle Pfeiffer is going to play Janet Van Dyne, assumedly.
Maybe it's just. I mean, it could be that, and also them just like depend like, and we theorize like whatever happens in the trailer is because of like Infinity War too.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's another thing to keep in mind. Like, so
Because I keep forgetting it's not before Infinity War; it's after.
I have no idea where in the timeline this takes place.
Yeah.
I am assuming it's after Infinity War because Scott he's out, but he's also like home.
And he
Now
had.
here's something else I want. What does this bring up about like what happens in Infinity War? My original theory for Infinity War, if I may share it with all of you.
Go for it.
I thought that I thought Infinity War was going to take place on Earth. You know, the Guardians and like the new Avengers and like Tony Stark's Avengers and all that, or the Secret Avengers, I guess what we want to call them.
Yeah.
They would all fight on Earth, and then you know they'd be fighting in different areas because you know Cap has his team over in Wakanda or whatever,
Yeah.
and then Tony's got his team in New York, whatever. And they meet up with the Guardians first, but then like they all team up again at the end. I had originally thought that was going to be the end, and Thanos goes away, and everybody's like, "Well, we can't just let him go, Tony. We need to go into space." Because that's what I think it's going to go into space. I think the final movie is going to take place like exclusively.
I
in
could
space.
see
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I could see them
and
doing
that's how they
that.
Like in the
So,
center
like,
of the
the
universe or
Guardians
something
and
like that.
everything.
Well, the Guardians are already there. They go to Earth. The Guardians go to Earth.
Oh, so they
Yeah, because they bring Thor to Earth.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never see Thor in the trailer though.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was in the D23 trailer. And wait, in the Avengers trailer?
Infinity War, right?
Yeah.
No.
He's
Thor's
at the end though.
Yeah,
No,
he's at
he's
the end,
there,
and he's
yeah.
doing like he might be making a new axe or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's making like a new.
But I never saw him on Earth.
They're taking.
Well, okay, so maybe
Janet.
you're right, but I do remember. Okay, so D23, there was a trailer that they released there. They did show like there's a point when like Thanos is like crushing Thor's skull,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
also
so that
and there's
was-
also like a shot where it's like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Gamora, Star-Lord, and Doctor Strange all in like that
Oh.
ash-ridden New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so they get turned. They get turned.
I mean, it's also hard because I mean, it's hard to judge even a trailer like this when it comes out in July because like people have done a lot of can do a lot of post-production stuff now too.
That's true.
That's the thing, though, and like the D23 trailer, I wouldn't really say how much is going to be in or out of the trailer because I mean, you look at
I have to. I don't mean to interrupt, but I do have to imagine that like Infinity War, big crux of it is the reuniting.
Oh yeah, I definitely
like
think that.
because the first one was the first, if you look at the theme of like the Avengers movies, and this is getting off topic from Ant-Man, but like the first one was, can they come together and form a team? The second one was, can they stay a team? And then the third one is, can they unite a team?
Yeah.
Essentially, I think that's sort of what it's going to be.
Yeah, I see that definitely. But like, I mean, I can also go with like the Ant-Man trailer as well, because there could be a lot of like, again, like I have no idea how this is going to set up after like Black Panther and Infinity War, but you know how hesitant are Hank and his daughter going to be towards Scott, because he literally joined. I mean, he might have fought against Tony Stark, but that's something Hank didn't want to have happen.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't want Scott. He wanted, like, I don't know if it was selfish of Hank to try to do that, but he lived through the experience of like going through that life, and like I think Hank just kind of wants him out of the big team picture. You know, I think he knows he can do more good with, or Scott can do more good with him and his daughter as like maybe a duo or like a triple threat.
Yeah, he also doesn't want his tech to be compromised.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because it almost was compromised in the first movie, and that tech, the Yellow Jacket tech, was stolen successfully.
Yeah.
It's not good because it doesn't. It makes someone go psychotic. That it can still shrink you, but I think the premise was the Yellow Jacket formula still made someone psychotic.
I don't know if that was the case. I think it was just that like that was what Darren Cross.
Or maybe it was a suit combo too. It's just they couldn't handle it.
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
Necessarily.
But that plot point is still also out there as well.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on the trailer? I mean, you just saw it as well.
Yeah, it was still like I love the scene where Hank Pym just shrinks the building.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
Like bad.
That's
like,
great.
oh,
Yeah.
It looks like he's definitely stepped up with his shrinking tech.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm down to see. I'm down to see, because there was also that chase scene when like Hope was driving the van, and like
the van just shrank.
she just shrank the van, and then she like brought it back up, and yeah, it was great.
That is badass.
Yeah, no, the shrinking power is probably my favorite power in like the entire Marvel universe. The shrinking and the growing power, because it's like it's very dynamic what you can do with that.
Yeah.
Other stuff is kind of limited, like shooting blasters or like. I mean, I don't know. It's actually kind of similar to Cap's shield, you know, where it's like you can do a lot of different things with it if you're creative with it.
I think it's great for like the summer slot because it looks like the action in it and just kind of the atmosphere of the movie or the tone of the movie.
Plus,
it's just going to be great for a summer film.
It's just at the end of a hat trick too of a Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if
Black Panther Infinity War.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll talk about Panther.
So
in a
then,
couple
like,
more
here's a
episodes,
little
but-
palate cleanser, you know?
Yeah.
Because Black Panther and I mean, I imagine Black Panther and Infinity War, they're both going to be great, but they're also going to be like kind of heavy. I imagine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Black Panther, from what I understand, has some stuff to say about
Yeah.
like society and junk like that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
then Infinity War is just like it's heavy because it's like it's all these characters here, but the stakes have never been higher. With Ant-Man and the Wasp, I imagine, all right, we'll introduce some new stuff, we'll have
Like,
a little
it-
fun
it-
along the way, but you'll still be it's like a ride almost.
Yeah, like it'll be back to central location like San Francisco, which I think is what we need.
Yeah.
You know, like we have Wakanda, but then we also have basically the entire Earth in the next two Marvel movies, and it'll be nice. I mean, I love scale done properly, which I think is what has been successful in the last few Marvel movies. But I also like it central. I like keeping it to a single location, not like a single like city block, but like an area. You know, like that part of California is fine.
Yeah, and that's what Ant-Man does well. It makes it just a little bit more condensed compared to the other Marvel movies.
It's a little smaller scale.
I'm actually, unless anybody else has anything to add, I would love to end it with that pun. That was a fantastic one. Just
No, I'm not encouraging him.
I give him a round of applause. And everybody, I want to thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Nerds of UVM. If you liked what you saw here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel there, or following us on social media there. And that's kind of it. Leave a comment down below to talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp if you want. What were your thoughts? Like the video, subscribe to our channel, as I said. And until next time, I've been David.
I've been Luke.
I've been Bob.
Benaya.
And this has been Nerds of UVM. And until next time, live long and prosper.
Wow, you're Captain America.